Hi everyone, how are you? If you can hear me, can you type in the chat window that my audio is coming through? Again, just testing again. If you can hear me, can you let me know in the chat window? Audio, okay. So you can hear me, great. Well, here's what I want to do. Again, everybody, hi, I'm Brendan Schneider from SchneiderB. If I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you, it's nice to meet you this way, at least virtually. So my hope for today is, again, I'm testing a new platform called Webinar Jam. So I expect there to be technical difficulties, and I apologize in advance. I don't necessarily have a super strict agenda. I want to show you some things I was working on, and then what I'm hoping to do is have a conversation and get feedback. So Webinar Jam sits on top of Google Hangouts, and it's a front-end marketing interface that I think would be really cool for schools, but we can talk about that later. What I'm going to try to do is see, oh, you're getting feedback. Thanks, Randy. That's interesting. Let me go through some more and see. Is anybody else getting feedback? No, there's an error message, yeah. Let me keep working through this. One of the things I'm going to do is see if you guys, I'm going to invite, let me see how many people. We have 9 people on. And what I wanted to do, again, is have this be a conversation. So I'm going to invite everybody that's on this webinar to be a presenter or a speaker. So that means we can have a dialogue, and I want to see how that works. By the way, I want to let you know that if this fails miserably because of the technology, I will redo this again in some platform that we can have a dialogue. I won't give up on this. Oh, better now. Feedback from Tricia. Well, let me try this speaker and see how this works. So now I've invited all of you to be speakers. And I see that a couple of people, you'll have to accept. And we'll see how this works. So thank you for going along with this. So let me see. Neil has accepted. Can see and hear me now. Great. Let me see if anybody else. Oh, I heard somebody. Hi, Kathy. Is that Kathy?
Yes.
Hi, Kathy. How are you?
Fine.
So what we'll do now, Kathy, as we wait, I know. Sorry, you probably didn't think you were going to be on video.
No, I did not.
I'm sorry. So we'll see how it goes. It looks great, though. I can tell you're at home. I wish I was at home. Is there anybody else that can join? Because, Kathy, I can always take that off. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll be right back.
Yep. I see Carolyn or Caroline. I'm sorry, Kathy. Neil's here, but Neil, it's not popping up. Now, here's a question. So some of you that I have invited to be speakers, just turn that down, or has there been an error? if you could let me know in the chat, because that's the one thing that seems to be working well. So now, Kathy and Neil, and I'm going to go with Carolyn. The one thing is that nobody can see you except me. So I think, can you guys hear Kathy speaking?
That means I have to speak, right?
But you laughed before. Yeah. I'm not getting any other chat back. Kathy, while we're waiting, what school, where do you work?
Grace Christian School in Raleigh, North Carolina.
So your weather's probably infinitely better than us.
Yeah, we were, it's about 70 today and sunny.
Let's see here. I can see in here, this is from Trisha, I can see in here but can't join as video calls aren't allowed. Oh, unless our IT authorizes it. School isn't in session. Okay, so Trisha will listen, great. So Linda says she's getting nothing. Linda, I'm going to invite as a speaker. So Kathy, maybe you'll be my feedback for today as we talk about this. Oh, Rebecca says, yes, I can hear and see Kathy. So Kathy, they can see. Now, do you see Kathy? So Randy, thank you. So Rebecca, can you see Kathy in the large screen, or do you just see her in a thumbnail? So sorry, Kathy, just waiting to hear it. And then Neil is in, but there's no video or no audio.
Glad I'm not in my pajamas.
I wish, well, in a very appropriate way, I wish you were, because that means you'd be at home and having a much better time. And let's see. Hi, Linda.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, and Jennifer is here with me too.
Great. Hi, Jennifer.
Hello.
Sorry to throw you guys in the mix here. So, well, I'll tell you what. In the thumbnail below. Okay. So, guys that are on. So, Linda and Kathy. Neil's there, but it's not coming through. You guys are a small thumbnail, so at least it's a little, and it's not big. I can show you in this platform now. I do have the ability. So here, I'll pick on Neil because he's not here. But see, now Neil goes big, and then I go small. So this is a function of the technology. So just, and again, thanks everybody. I'm just playing around with this. So here's what we'll do in the interest of time. So Linda and Kathy, Neil, if you can join in, or anybody else. The chat window seems to be working fine. What I wanted to do is, as I've talked about, let me back up. As you guys might have seen, the post in the SBU forum about a content calendar. Thinking about doing it, and then it occurred to me that content calendars mean a lot of things to a lot of different people. There are different definitions. So what I wanted to do is kick some ideas around, show you some things I've been working with, and then tell me, kind of guide me of what you think, and then I'll work on something to share with this group, because you guys are the guinea pigs for what we're doing. So now, Linda, you're in North Carolina. Or I'm sorry, Kathy, you're in North Carolina. Linda, where are you guys?
We're at Fort Worth Academy in Fort Worth, Texas.
And then that is not, yeah. And your weather's nicer too. I see a pattern here. Okay. Well, here, let me just show you one thing. So in terms of, and I'm going to share my screen. In terms of, can you guys see my Trello account? It's red.
Yep. Yes.
Okay. Now, in terms of a content calendar, I've thought of a lot of different things. Initially, I was thinking about, you know, stuff that we. Oh wait, you were screen sharing presenting. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So what this is my screen, and then again I'm talking. But in terms of a content calendar, my initial thought was, as you see here, like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it was really more of a social media posting schedule. And I was trying to become more deliberate or intentional with that. I don't know if you guys can make out what I've written. Then it occurred to me that maybe people were looking for, in terms of a bigger content calendar. Now we use, I'm going to share, can you see my HubSpot account?
Yes.
Okay, so a calendar like this that says, okay, here we just have blog posts up. But, is it worth having, we've planned out our blog posts, and we've done that. So what's today? Tomorrow is this one. I actually have to post one today. We have on the 14th, and then we have a number that are in draft that'll go. And then this calendar, and watch what happens when I click these on. So emails, reoccurring emails, landing pages, social, tasks we don't use in here. So I guess the question is, so Linda, Jennifer, and then Kathy, what do you guys think of when you think of a content calendar? Like the social media stuff, or the big stuff like this, like the HubSpot stuff? Or do you not?
I'd probably think of both.
You thinking of both? That was
all of it. All of the content we need to create, all the content that we need to put out there, and what our schedule is for doing it, even down to the point of, best time of day to post on various media.
Yeah, and that goes down a big rabbit hole. that can get crazy very, very fast. Now, do you guys, and then anybody that's not live but chatting, does anybody do anything differently? So again, this is kind of the monthly view. This is our HubSpot view. This is our monthly view. Let me remove. So these are just blog posts. And then here's Trello with lists. Have you guys used Trello before?
No.
Okay. And then, what I was looking at was, now we don't do it in here, but HubSpot, or not HubSpot, Hootsuite. So Hootsuite has a calendar. It's not particularly elegant, but it'll work. That you can go in and, so here's the list of stuff published. This is just my personal account. And then you can add days, go by week and go by month. So Linda, if you're thinking about times, they go in there. So you guys are thinking about both.
Yeah. Both. Right now, we're starting at the bigger picture of what do we do Monday through Friday each week. And Jennifer's been working on this for us, and you've got it in Google Calendar, though, right?
We have an editorial spreadsheet where people can add things. It's a shared spreadsheet, and then we transport that into a shared Google Calendar.
Okay. Yeah, because I had thought of that too, and again, this is where I get in trouble when I share. Well, not get in trouble, but because we use HubSpot here, it's one of those, see, we have stuff planned out here. But the similar thing would be Google Calendar. Here's the difference, though, and this is where this is great. These are scheduled, and then they publish. So that's where I thought I was trying to remove the step of the Google Calendar where it's listed, but then you have to go physically set up another tool to publish them. So that's why I was thinking about something like Hootsuite here.
Or Buffer, either.
Buffer too, but here, now, okay, that's a great point. Let me go into that account. You guys will learn quickly. I have an obsession with tools, so. My problem with Buffer, though, is now you guys can help me here. Is there a calendar?
No, I haven't found a calendar. You just schedule your individual posts.
Yeah. It's like this. So this is my personal account. This is SchneiderB. But if I go to something like, okay. Yeah, I do like Buffer an awful lot. So then what you could do, that's a good idea, because then you can set up the posting schedule that you feel is most appropriate for school, and then just dump it into the queue, dump it into the Buffer.
Right.
Is that Jennifer? Is that you?
Yeah, it's Jennifer. I'm sorry, I'm on the other side of the computer.
No, that's perfect. No, that makes a lot of sense. I'm just trying to think about, is there, okay, Tricia, I was thinking of an overall, so Tricia writes, I was thinking of an overall promotions marketing calendar for the entire year. So Tricia, are you thinking that's more of a, that seems more like a traditional communications calendar for the year. So, and also thinking of times of the year. So maybe holiday stuff, maybe when auctions come up or things at school, stuff like that as well. You can just say yes or no. Or see, because as I think of this, maybe that's because where I live is it's all online. That's what I'm thinking of, as opposed to like, I mean, I can, you can incorporate in stuff that's offline. But, we do so little of that anymore.
Looking at your calendar, I see you have emails and recurring emails. What are the difference between those two?
Great question. This will go. So, Kathy, think of something, and Linda and Jennifer, because you're guinea pigs, if you have any questions for me, I'm happy to share whatever I want as a payment, I guess, for being a guinea pig. So here's what we're doing, Linda. Have you guys seen HubSpot before?
Yes.
I'm sorry it's through it. It's expensive. But so an email are just one-off emails that we use. So I'm going to take you there. And these could be, we send some different things out. You can see contract reminders and other stuff. But the recurring thing is the lead nurturing stuff. So let me go to workflows. Do you guys know what I'm talking about with lead nurturing?
Yes.
So, yeah. So let me show you. Yeah. So these are the emails. So when somebody joins the list, is this the 20? Yeah. So we have a couple of these, but this one is that. Have you guys ever seen our 27 questions to help evaluate a school for your child? You know that.
Yes.
So this is for somebody who hasn't opted into that. So let's say that they're just an inquiry through our normal channels. So what happens is these are the recurring emails. We delay for 2 days, then we send them the school video workflow, school video workflow. So these are automated. So I set this up in the beginning of the fall, and then they just go. I wait 7 days, and then I send them an email, and I can show you what one of the emails looks like. Hey, as you search for a school, thought you might be interested in this. 5 days, okay. Yeah, see, this is a bad example. We're getting better things in this. I send them the answers to the email or the questions for Swickley Academy. Touchstone, this is a collection of essays that our head of school wrote about our mission and core values, that Touchstone thing right here. And that's here. Let me see if I can use this. Hold on. Well, let me mark it up. Oh, here it is. Hold on.
So can you assign, like, we tried through, I think, Workforce, where to have it like a tickler system where you would put someone's name in and it would automatically send at various times, and we never could get it to work, and they couldn't either to make it work for what we needed. Do that, or do you have to go in and say, okay, I've got Bob Smith today is at Stage Video, and Stan Jones over here is at the Touchdown? Or can you put them in and it automatically sends on that schedule?
We have it set up to be automatic.
Okay. And this is
once these are added, and then academic workflow. So Linda, it just keeps going. 5 days, academic schedule, something about responsive classroom, and then we've broken them down by division. So lower school, middle school, senior school. Let me take you back. So here's 27 questions guide. So here's the guide. Then here's the answers that I send. Hey, here I'll show you an example of what it looks like. See, and then some of the stuff is similar, and then we have it set up so that you can't be in both workflows. So they're not going to get the same emails from me, and I'll look like a total goof. Now, one of the things that happens, and you have to be careful about, is that sometimes, so it looks like a personal email from me. Sometimes people will grab me and say, hey, Brendan, thanks for the email. and I'll have no idea what they're talking about
Yeah.
because it's automated, and you're going, holy crap. So again, I've just become very good at, well, my initials are BS, so it works, and I just say, oh, that's great, glad to be of help, and then hopefully they'll say something, and you say, great. But so that's and HubSpot works. Now here, let me show you this. If that doesn't work for you, MailChimp will do it as well.
Okay.
Have you guys been in MailChimp?
We've looked at it. We haven't done it, but I know we worked with Rick Newberry, and he recommended that one as well.
So
Brendan, do you maintain a whole separate email database for inquiries, different from the school database?
Yeah, that's a great question, Kathy. We do run 2 databases.
Okay.
So, for example, we're using the Whipple Hill on suite of products, and they don't talk to each other. Well, they're not connected. But here's what I do, is that I do everything through the school database, so Whipple Hill, and then I just do an export import once a week into HubSpot.
Okay.
And then it just goes from there. But up in here, so MailChimp, if you go to automation, and if we created new, I'll just pick a list to get you through. Now see, here this whole list, and they kind of make it's kind of idiot-proof, although I've screwed it up once. So take that with a grain of salt. But welcome messages, educate subscribers, welcome series, which is kind of what we're looking for. So what you'd have to do, Kathy, to answer your question, is have your school database, and then in my to-do list, I have it ding me or ping me once a week, so I remember export import. And then the beauty of this, go back to your point, Linda, is that once it's set up, it's like Ronco, set it and forget it. You don't want to think about it. Flo, hi, I'm glad to see you could make it. So there's still some other people on. Let me see if I can invite any other people in the room as speakers if they want to join in. You don't have to, but so that's the example, Linda, that MailChimp might be easier. But again, it's 2 databases.
Does either HubSpot or MailChimp, do they delete duplicate emails?
Yes.
Yeah, but we use RenWeb. So RenWeb, as long as you're sending an email through RenWeb, it deletes any duplicate. So if you're a parent and your staff and you have 2 kids, you don't get an email 4 times. But when we export, all those go through, all those different groupings.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You know what? I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know. Typically, we do clean it up. Now, when I go into HubSpot, it doesn't put in duplicate.
Okay.
So what it would do is it would recognize, because we're sending the emails to the parents, so it's not going to add another parent, if that makes sense.
But if your export list had somebody listed twice, HubSpot would clean that up, or would you have to clean it up beforehand?
HubSpot cleans it up for me. Yeah. But guys, here's the difference. HubSpot, we're doing, and we've been with them for a while, and we're grandfathered in. I mean, we're doing, is it $9,000 a year, $10,000 a year? Now we do a lot with that, but and that's why I haven't talked about it a lot on the blog, because I feel it's kind of unfair for schools that can't do it. And MailChimp is free up to 2,000. But you do put that little link in. It's going to have the MailChimp logo, but I could care less. And we used to use this. I use this for SchneiderB. But. So you know what? We'll go to the counter a little bit, but just in the interest of time, do you guys have any more questions? Or anything you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, that was great. Thank you.
Okay. That's that. Now, as far as calendar, see, here's the other thing with Trello, which is back up. And this is something we're working on. Because again, and then I'm using, again, I use another tool, which is, let me show you this. Oh, I'm sorry, let me go to the screen. And I'll write about this more later. But thinking about Facebook again, which is probably our biggest channel. Okay. Oh, that's great. Sorry about that. No idea. So we've got this. There's a tool called Post Planner. But I'll just show you. Because as I think about this, I'm also trying to be cognizant of cost versus time and automation. Because even though some of these things are free, there's, it still will take you a lot of time. But if I go to the Swiftly page, so I don't have a lot. But here's an idea from Post Planner. It's kind of like Buffer in that you can set up schedules, but it's even more granular that you can do post type. So see, here's the image. This is a quote or something. And then, hey, Randy, you're starting to come in. And then here are links. And then you can have it, of course, different schedule on weekend. But then what you can do, it's an easy way for content. So as we think about not posting content strictly for, sorry about this guy down here, I don't know if that was
Does it have an analytics feature?
I'm sorry?
Does it have an analytics feature like Buffer and Hootsuite?
It does. So let me show you this first. It'll give me content ideas. So some of those things I post on our Facebook page are right here. You can grab these. So again, as you're thinking about posting stuff that's not necessarily related to school, but just creating a space online where people want to be. So they have these awesome quotes. They have photos, crazy photos. I don't know what that is. Beautiful photos. You can add folders and add in your own stuff there. Here are links. So I use this a lot for SchneiderB, but like if I wanted to do, I don't know, look at SA here. So under SA, this is our Twitter account. We could pull stuff in, or if you wanted to do, ideas as you're looking for engagement. So let me show you how easy this is. Some of these are. Some of this stuff's not going to be appropriate for school. But, quotes or ask for likes, fill in the blank. I don't know. I'll delete it later. Let me just pick one just to show you what an idea is. Oh, perfect. What's your favorite after-school activity? And I'm just going to put, you can share now, whatever, and I'm going to put it into the queue. Sweet, it's been added. And then here's the analytics. I think Jennifer asked.
Yes.
So now the one thing is they just moved over this new thing and the analytics wasn't working correctly. So they're in the process of adding it, and I'll show you what happens. If I sort, sorry, you can see here it's thinking. I don't think it's up to date yet. They're working on making it so that those are going to sort correctly. Oh, it's good. Here it is. Yeah. So they fixed it. So in terms of likes, I can see what stuff resonates more with families or not. So yeah, that's your question. And this again, this does cost, but this at least has helped me to think about making Facebook more, or taking the post more strategically as opposed to just a scrapbook, I'll put this up, I'll put this up. Because see, that's what I was trying to do with this. And I was doing this for a while, So on Friday I would do this, on Thursday I would do this, on Wednesday, on and on and on. So, and then here's the analytics, and then, what is that? Oh, they have that share bar, which is, so there are the posts. Okay, so the question is, how Yeah. Okay. Well, do you guys have any other questions or thoughts? Because I'm trying to put something together to help everybody, and I'm all over the place. I'm all over the map.
I think that's what's happening to us as well, because each one of those tools has something we really like, but there's not one tool that has everything that we can afford, because we're a really small school.
Yeah, so 10 grand's not going to help you.
Mm-mm.
Right? See, if I go back to HubSpot and go to our calendar, see, because we run the blog through there, here, you know, and then what I've tried to do is post our social media through HubSpot because it's integrated, and then we can look. But I don't think, again, that's why I haven't talked about it a lot, because I don't think it's fair for smaller schools to, because you guys aren't going to do it.
So on your Hootsuite account, do you use the RSS feed to, have you ever used that feature?
I have, but you know, I haven't done it automated.
Okay.
So I don't, and the reason I don't is because, although you know what, but see, here's the problem with Buffer. Okay, let me answer, I'm just bouncing all around. I haven't done it automated because I don't like the time that we publish our blog posts at 4 or 5 in the morning. Which, for what reason, I don't know. We just do it. But I need to post at different times. You know, I've done some stuff, and here's my official. So I know on Facebook, our best interaction was 9 a.m., 1 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8:30 p.m. So, you know, that's the problem if I do that RSS, is that it's not necessarily going at those times. It's just going out. So I know in Buffer, but I think this is Buffer for Business, you can grab, see, oh wait, sorry. Let me share my screen. So, you know, if you go into Buffer and go to Feeds, oh, maybe it will add. Now, I do pay for Buffer, the $10 a month.
Right.
But let me do this. Let me go to our blog. Hold on. You guys are doing this in a spreadsheet in Google Calendar, right?
Right now we are. We're trying to find the best workflow for us.
Yeah, that's the problem. I've talked to our tech guy, and I'm half inclined to try to develop it ourselves because it's just making me mad. Now, see, I've got this. It doesn't seem to want to work. Let me try to grab. See what I'm trying to do here? It looks like you can add a feed and buffer, and then if it could buffer it out.
And then select your times that you want it to send.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. What's a good feed? Let me see if I can just search for a feed and buffer. Social media. It wants that. Now, well, no, yeah, this would, well, see, but it won't do multiple times. So, for example, one of the things that I do, and I don't know if you guys do this, but if we publish blog content, we'll repeat stuff. So that if a post goes out, so I'm sorry, Tricia wrote it, and your overall calendar ties into your, yeah. Wait, Tricia, I'll come back to that. So if again, Tuesdays at 5 a.m. we publish our blog posts. Why? I don't know. We just do it. But then what we'll do is we'll publish it. I'll tweet that at like 8, 11, 4, 10. You know, and I want to be able to do that automatically. I can show you the tool in Hootsuite, but again, or HubSpot, but again, I don't think it's fair. So like right now, let me go. So if this is Twitter, do I have any feeds here? You know, and I click Add. Oh, it does it this way. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could pick here and hit Schedule. But see, if you guys use this feature of Buffer. So this is our blog, sorry, but if you hit, Buffer, and then go to Power Scheduler. You seen this one? And this is what I'm trying to get at, which is do it now, and then I can put separate hashtags in. Well, this one I wouldn't do that. Let me just put education. Now, saved, 8 hours. Have you guys used this?
No. Yeah.
This is I use I use this for SchneiderB. This is really cool. So this is the, let me save that. In a day, let me take these out and just leave that clean. And then in 7 days, and then let me do a chat. And then boom, they're all in there.
And this is Buffer for Business, correct?
It's not the super expensive version.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought the feeds were. So Buffer for Business, I think, is $50 a month. I didn't want to do that. I just do this. This is what I use for SchneiderB a lot. And I think this is $10 a month, which I think
Okay.
I mean, that's more doable. Yeah. But that's what I'm trying to get at. The problem is that what I'm trying to do is have the content calendar. See, because here's what's cool about Trello. Trello also has, if I click calendar, I can look at these things if I start adding in, you know, so let's say I had a list here, and instead of using a spreadsheet or Google Calendar, I could put comment or questions. You know, then under questions I could put, what's your favorite food in the dining hall? You know, I mean, I'm just screwing around. But then, and then you can pick the day that you want to, you know, but it doesn't translate into being published. That's the problem. And I think, you know, what Jennifer and Linda are doing, which is, you know, spreadsheet to Google Calendar, and then do you guys put them in Buffer?
No, currently we're hand doing it because we're shorthanded.
We just started doing this in the last maybe month or two, and so we've done everything with a chisel and a stone tablet.
I have one of those.
Yeah.
So we're working our way up to the laptop.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, Kathy, I like your dog. Looks great. Yeah. Well, again, I think I've thrown enough at you to think about it, but Buffer at $10 a month is so worth the investment. The question then becomes, I wish, as we're looking at the screen here, I wish I could go to schedule and dump stuff in. You know, because if I go to like Twitter here and look at my content, I can't see it. See, here's the queue. I mean, I guess that's okay. You know, but I like to see things.
The big grid calendar is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe that's my hang-up, and I realize I might be weird in that way, but I like to look at it this way and see what and again have the blog posts in, and then put. But again, I don't. Again, this isn't fair. So, okay.
Do you write all your own content, or do you have other people at your school who are writing content?
We have a ton of people writing content. So the way it started out, Kathy, is we had 3 of us who were. I do all the social media, but the blog is such an animal in and of itself that there were 3 of us on a blog team, and we had a chief. What do we call her? Chief blogger, I guess, but that really meant she was the cat herder. You know, going around to people and saying,
Yeah.
come on, you know, and if you talk, and you guys, you're shaking your heads laughing, but, you know, you can go around in August and say, you know, let me turn this off. You can go around in August and say, hey, guys, I'd love a blog post, and the faculty are all like, oh, my God, that's great, I'd love to do it. And then school starts, and, oh, I don't have time. So, but let me get to we've got...
So how did you get around? What did you do to start being able to make that something that was happening. Because that's where we are, is we've now been in education for 31 years, and we have people who have incredible knowledge. I noticed that you guys are doing one-to-one laptops for next year. This is our 4th year doing it, so we've got a lot of knowledge there. And actually, our IT department is blogging, but I would like some of our teachers to share that. And the challenge is getting the content to schedule.
Yeah, we've done it through bribery. So I mean, it works. So, and then what it is I think it's no different than being in admissions and sales. I know, and if I go to EC and I need something done, if I bring chocolate, they're in. If I go to lower school and I need something done, we can trade recess duty or something. They don't want to go outside. Pick the coldest day of the year, and we go. Well, we wouldn't send the kids out, but you guys don't deal with that with your nice weather. But
oh no, we deal with that.
We still school when we have bad weather.
But we'll do. It's bribery.
Okay.
Here's the other thing: is that once you get a couple people, so go to your friends, buy them a drink, do whatever, get it done, and then they see. I think this is important. Let me share my screen again. I think they need to see this, and then you can make them champions. So let me go to I Like Skype. Okay. If I scroll down at the bottom of our blog post, there he is. People love to see their name in lights, and then make a big deal of it. So, include it in your weekly newsletter. Hey, or send it out to faculty. Hey guys, I thought you'd love this. I wouldn't do it for one, but if you have 2 or 3 of your colleagues, hey, John and Carol and Jennifer wrote these posts. Thought you'd be interested. And then we send these to our parents as well. So, so the bribery, get them in, and then I think you have to celebrate the fact that they're published on the web, and then they can share it with, their parents or their family, and they're excited.
Okay.
Oh, I heard Tricia said you guys are going to one-to-one laptops next year. Our school's been doing it since 2007, and we've been a spotlight school at the Lausanne Learning Institute. So if you do want to interface with any of our teachers or our IT people, please let me know. They'd be happy to talk about what we've learned. And
I will, thanks.
My kids are in 5th grade, and this is the first year they do everything on the laptop, and it's been a very interesting year. Very good, interesting.
Yeah, ours start in 4th in the school, and then 5th they start taking them home.
Ours starting in the school.
We're going to do 4 and 5, and then 6 they'll take them home. 6 and 12. But we're going to do. That's why we're trying to. That's a whole nother cat. Holy cow. And then my son's in 5th going to 6th, so we'll see what happens. I got to buy the insurance. Let me just put it that way. He'll break that.
Buy the insurance. Definitely buy the insurance.
He'll break that in 5 seconds. So.
Well, our kids' bags are reinforced with Kevlar.
Stop it. Are you serious?
No, I'm serious.
I might have to do that. I need Kevlar and I need pillows because.
Yes.
Are you guys going to
I'll ask our IT guy what the model number of the laptop bags that we have for all the 5th graders this year, and I'll email that to you, definitely.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, we're not doing, the school's not providing the laptops. We're just going to do BYOD and let the kids pick. So, and then we've given the families a list of things that they can choose from. And I'm buying him the Chromebook, let me put it that way. The Chromebook and the insurance, so. Well, this has been helpful. I'm sorry you guys are the guinea pigs.
Thank you.
This is Webinar Jam. We use our webinar series with GoToWebinar, and I would definitely recommend that after using this. This is okay, but you've got to be technical, and there are a lot of things going on. So this is this is interesting. So anybody that's not talking, if there are any questions you want to put in chat. Oh, Tricia, you did have a question. In your overall calendar, ties into your overall branding message. Yes. Yeah. We try to keep that the same. But, here's the one thing. We do, let me give you guys, oh, wait. What did I do here? Shucks. reading assignment. I don't know if you've seen this one, but a lot of our stuff are, not only branding messages, but to have success online. And we've seen it. You just have to. Let me go down here. It can't just be about you. So if you guys, a lot of our stuff, have you read this book, Utility, right here? So why smart marketing is about help and not hype. So this is 27 questions. This is our college visit campus checklist. This is our, we post stuff online from the community. So if I went to our last Facebook page, post, watch, I'll be embarrassed. It'll be something crappy, but, so here's one. It's not all about us, so I wasn't planning on this, so we'll see what we have. A little quote, and we're getting interaction. Another quote. This is just an image from Canva. Quote, this is something from Pittsburgh. This is a mommy blogger. We've tried to embrace that just to be helpful for parents. This is about us. This was a, again, here's one of those images from Post Planner. What's the funniest thing a child has ever said to you? I mean, so that's what we're experimenting with now, is not having it all be about us. So here's another one. And we've tried to switch our blog to be more of a mommy blogger focus, parenting blog. I would love to have dads involved, being one, but it's typically the moms. So. And you can see a lot of this stuff, is not necessarily about us. So that's why, and that book is really where it all is. So, all right, guys. Anything else? Oh, Rebecca, if you do a one-to-one post, include things parents really want to know, like what case to use. That's a great idea. Maybe we'll take what cases. Although we do have posts, like even if you look at our blog, this is about, I like Skype. This is all about one-to-one. I don't like Skype. Here's, are you talking to your baby? It's never too early to start. That's actually a mom that's not even at our school. Blended learning is not cyber school. 7, here's our parent. I mean, we have so many pokers in the fire, but 7 tips for raising boys. We did a webinar. So it's kind of that soft sell, but I digress. Well, I have the list of everybody who was involved and registered. So guys, Linda, Jennifer, and Kathy, thank you. The people that are online, thank you. And then I'm going to still try to work something together. I just don't think there's something that exists that allows us to take it from Google Calendar and automatically post it. And that's frustrating because it would make all our lives a lot easier. Because Trello, HubSpot does to a degree. Well, see, Hootsuite. This is where I come back. Do you guys use Hootsuite at all?
We haven't been.
Not much.
Yeah, they have a free version, and then you can get it for like $7 a month or something. It's not super expensive. But here's that calendar, like Linda, we were talking about. You can see it this way, as opposed to Buffer does the line, which I guess is okay. So, all right. Well, guys, thanks a lot. Again, thanks for being guinea pigs. Sorry for putting you on screen when you weren't ready. And then that's a good idea. Rebecca just hit if this then that, IFTT.
Mm-hmm.
Or have you guys heard of Zapier? Z-A-P-I-E-R. Probably not. Okay, that's a good idea, Rebecca. Thank you. Let me play and see if they interact. That would be really cool. Holy cow. Okay. Well, guys, if I come up with any solution, I'll share it with you guys first. And then if you guys have questions or more, let's all put them in the forum because I know more people are interested in this stuff. Than just us. There we go. Okay. At any rate, thanks, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
See you later. Bye.